Hello, I'm Brennan Way. You're listening to the fourth and final episode of this series of The Booth. The premise of the show is simple. Two guests and myself are recording this in a small, cramped, unair-conditioned room. The longer they're here, the more they'll suffer. So fortunately, I'm willing to give them the chance to leave, but only after they complete a series of questions and quiz-type games. Whoever I judge the winner at the end of the show gets their freedom. Whoever is left has to stay on for another week in another edition. Let's meet the victims. Joining me in the booth today, this first man is frequently cast as a devil, which is particularly apt because I'm going to give him hell. Stuck here from last week, it's Scott Freeman.
Hello, hello.
The next guest is directing a production of Hair. Let's hope we gel. It's CHRIS Walsh.
Hello.
How is everyone?
Yeah, man, doing good.
I'm not too bad myself. I shouldn't say I'm excited to be here. I mean, you trapped me last week.
This is torture, yeah, absolutely. Tempted you in.
I didn't even like the sweets you got me.
Wow, they were leftover pick and mix from when Woolworths still existed.
Oh,
They'd be like fossils by now, wouldn't they?
those were
Yeah.
happier days.
Yeah, when Woolworths was still around.
Yeah, hold on to those happy memories while we go into the show. Okay, gentlemen, later I'll be asking you for your weirdest ever thoughts, so rack your brains and make sure you got something to odd out your rival. Now, as it's the final episode of the series, this week's show is all about parties. Have either of you ever had something to celebrate?
Yeah, lots of things.
Excellent! Right, then we'll start with the first round. It's the good, the bad, and the funny. In this anecdote off, each of you will relate your best, worst, and funniest times at a certain event or rite of passage. Every time we hear a set of stories, I'll judge one as more interesting, thus winning its teller a point. This week your tale should involve night outs or parties. Who wants to start with a good story?
A good story from a night out. That's hard. You don't really remember the good ones.
Really? What, because
Yeah.
you've drunk so much you cannot remember how? Must have been good. I've lost the last 24 hours.
Good story.
And my shoes.
And my shoes. Okay. I grew up in a town called Swindon, which goes down in infamy. But because my town was so rough, my parents sent me to a school out in the countryside, and I grew up with a lot of very well-to-do people. But on our prom night, we were in a little village called Lechlade for the after-prom party, and that night consisted of drinking Strongbow in a skate park, being chased by the police, and me and my friend Pete at the time hopping over garden fences to get away from them to get to his house to hide.
It's always a good night when the police get involved.
Yeah, that was actually a really, really fun night, and then that ended.
Pretend
with
we're in a
us,
cop movie. Come on, jump the fences like they're doing Hot Fuzz.
But that night ended with me and my best friend Katie and a girl called Alicia and another really good friend of mine called Mike sat in a cricket pavilion, all still drinking, but watching the sunrise over a cricket pitch and a small river, and that was wonderful. That was really
That's
nice.
really not where I thought the story was going.
No,
Because
it's
you
really
listed
nice.
you, two girls. I was like, hang on.
No.
Is that a
You
good
built
night?
it up well.
I know,
But
you
sunrise,
said it-
sunrise,
yeah, you said
okay,
it good,
beautiful.
So that was
That-
really good.
that's really
Watching
nice.
The sunrise in a small village, the mist rising and everything. It's lovely.
Oh, well, if you ever get out, you can see a sunrise again.
Thank you. I would like the sunrise.
Okay, Scott.
A
Good
good
story.
story. Oh man, I got so many good ones. These were in my pre-Christian wild days. So when I think I was 15, and we were hotboxing my friends.
Hot boxing? What's that?
Hotboxing's when you've got a joint and a room and several people.
Oh, okay, right.
So we
Hot
were
boxing.
hotboxing. So there was
When the ladies get their gloves on.
we were
Oh, yeah, that's hot boxing.
there were 15 of us in a room smaller than this, and we all got incredibly high. And then me and my friends decided to invent a game. But in order to do this game, we had to get naked. So
Always a good game.
always
Let's
a good
get
game.
naked.
I don't know. When I was 15, it was always a good game to.
No
get...
one wants to get naked at 15. They're embarrassing. Your body's changing.
No, we developed quickly. And so, yeah, we decided to invent this game called Open My Wallet. And so...
Oh, hang on. Whoa. That does not sound like a good game considering you're naked.
Oh, we actually had a wallet.
Right, okay.
So the idea of the game is you sit in a kind of triangle formation, all naked, and you throw around... actually, it wasn't even a wallet, it was a tennis ball, but we were calling it a wallet. So we're all really, really high, throwing this tennis ball around, and when you...
I can see this would be a really good idea when you're high.
Hey, you haven't even got into it yet!
Okay,
Okay.
convince me.
So we're throwing around the ball, and when someone grabs the ball, everyone has to go, open my wallet. And then someone throws the ball, and they go, open my wallet. And then you throw a ball around, and everyone goes, open my wallet. And then it gets really fast. So it's going, open my wallet, open my wallet, open my... And when someone drops the ball, you grab the ball, and then you throw it at that person, and you scream, Wonder Woman! And we played that at parties for at least a year.
What, all parties you ever went to?
Yeah.
Nan's 60th,
There wasn't a
funeral.
Nan's 60th or a funeral that year.
So if there had,
wait.
would you have still... Yeah, would you...
My wallet.
Open my wallet. Come on,
Open my
guys.
wallet.
Come on, it's what you would have wanted. Open my wallet.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Okay. I think I may have to play that with future participants just to warm them up. So, a game when you're naked... That's sort of the thing you would only do if you're high. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, would you still play it now when you're sober?
I still play it now.
With who? With who?
I wouldn't be naked, but there were
It's a
several,
key part of the game.
There were
It's
several
not
times
open
where
my
we were
wallet if
just-
you're not naked.
There were several times where we were just in our underwear, and that was okay too.
Right. The nakedness doesn't seem like an integral part. You don't have to be naked.
It is when you're high, because it's funny.
Right, exactly. It's only funny when you're high. So I think in this case, sunrises are always beautiful regardless of how much you've had. So yeah, Chris, you get the point. Okay. Bad time on a night out. Who wants to start?
Bad time on a night out.
You know, you've not had enough to drink. You've had too much to drink. You've lost your shoes. You're playing Open My Wallet. Come on.
Open my wallet. I'm ready for this game, Scott, I must admit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already seen you've taken your trousers off.
Yeah, I know. I thought we were playing. Bad time on a night out.
Again, you can't remember a single one.
Okay. I don't like telling this story. It's really, really bad.
Okay.
Will people want to listen to this?
When I was 18, I'm quite an old person within our year group. I mean, I'm 21 in 2 weeks.
Oh,
yeah.
ancient, granddad,
But,
granddad.
I was 18.
Get your pension.
I was 18 before all my other friends were, and so it got to our Christmas ball in sixth form, and me and my other friend who were 18 were the only two who could buy alcohol.
Woo!
So between us, we had a bottle of Jägermeister and a couple of ciders, and then decided it'd be really fun to do a drinking game where we played.
Open my wallet.
Yeah. No. We played Rainbow Six, and every time.
That just sounds like a really cool 70s band.
Yeah. Rainbow Six is a shooting game like Modern Warfare.
Ah,
something
okay.
like that. We play Rainbow Six, and every time one of us died, we had to do a shot of Jaeger. And essentially, I'm really bad at shooting games.
Ah.
And I drank 3/4 of this bottle of Jägermeister.
Ooh.
And I remember getting in the car.
That's not a good idea.
I don't
Oh,
remember. I
no.
don't remember getting to the party.
You drove after this? Ooh.
No, I didn't drive.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, my friend's mum drove us. I don't remember getting out the car. I don't remember going into the party. I don't remember getting kicked out of the party. I don't remember throwing up in the street. I don't remember almost having to go to A&E to have my stomach pumped. I don't remember being told by a fireman that I didn't need to go to A&E because I'd pumped my own stomach. I don't remember throwing up in my dad's car. And I do remember waking up the next morning to about 9 texts from different people saying, what happened to you last night? And
What, they want to know where you were?
yeah, they wanted to know where I had gone. And I found out from someone that the reason I got kicked out was because a bouncer was being really mean to one of my friends and was trying to throw him out, and I was trying to calm this bouncer down by hugging him.
Oh, that's just sweet, though. Chill, dude. Let's all have a good time.
But yeah, to this day, I don't know exactly what happened that night, but I don't, yeah, it was an awful, awful night. I don't like reliving it.
Well, I'm sorry we brought it up.
Yeah.
Scott!
Oh, a bad night on a night out. Oh, so many bad nights. I'm not a big fan of drinking. And so okay, so this one I was 15. It was pre-open my wallet, and so this start I just decided.
That's how you measure all time. Free, open my wallet, post.
Yeah.
Open my wallet.
Okay, so it's pre-open my wallet, and I was 15. I was still really shy and found it hard to talk to people, so I just decided.
Hang on, you were 15, but then you got into open my wallet.
Yeah. A lot happened in the 6 months between.
Open my wallet was the eye opener for Scott.
Yeah. So this night I just drank everything I could, and then my friends were like, "Hey, do you want a bit of this?" I was like, "Sure." And so I take a bit of their drink. It'd be like a full bottle of Smirnoff, and I made myself a little den where I hid their alcohol the whole night, and it was like my little den, and people were like, "Hey, where's my vodka gone? Hey, where's my whiskey gone? Hey, where's my tequila gone?" And it was all in my little den I'd made up in my friend's wardrobe. And
What were you gonna do with it? You were just saving them from themselves.
I was
what were you
saving
doing?
it for myself, and I just got so utterly trashed, and I can't really remember anything off it. I was just wobbling about, but my friends were angry at me for hiding the alcohol that they decided.
They would be.
Yeah.
Although if they'd had too much, they wouldn't remember. They just thought they'd left it
Yeah.
somewhere.
So they decided to screw round with me. So I couldn't stand up and I couldn't operate. My whole body was just and I wasn't flying the ship. And they decided to take the.
Whoa! Sorry, what?
Me, I was
you
the ship.
You weren't
I was
flying
Can
a
you
ship.
imagine that you've got little people controlling your brain as well?
Well, like the
Yes.
numbskulls and the Beano.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, so they decided to take the sofa cushions off and put them around me, so they kept crashing it. So I kept trying to out like a zombie, and they kept crashing around me, so they kept putting up and crashing around me. They did this to me for 2 hours. It was utter torture.
For like sort of like pinball, pinball. Sort of like
Yeah.
human pinball.
Kind of like that.
Pinball
then-
is another game.
Pinball.
And then the worst thing was I then threw up in my hands at some point. And
Oh.
they put my hands together, so I woke up and it felt like my hands were glued together. And
That is bad.
That's grim.
yeah, and they coloured my face in, they coloured my head in, and I just had I think I woke up in a bin as well. I'm not sure about that point, but I do remember being just I wasn't on a bed. I wasn't on the floor. I was in something. Anyway, so I woke up at about 2 a.m, and I just kind of wandered home. And I woke up in the morning, and my family, like my brother, pinned me down, and my mum was just taking photos of my face.
Oh, sympathy.
Yeah, real sympathy. They're going like, "Oh, we're gonna remember this one."
We're going to show this at your wedding.
Yep.
Oh,
and to this day,
no.
I dread those photos. So, yeah, one of the reasons I don't get drunk anymore.
It's good reason, yeah. I think, yeah, that's you can remember.
From this alone, you
Yeah.
win, I think.
He
Oh.
Chris has forgot this is an audio podcast, so he was miming his hands are stuck together. Yeah, for that alone, you can remember that. Chris cannot remember his night, so I think you get the point for bad night out. Okay, funny night out. Funny night out or a party.
Oh, okay.
I've got one for this, but it's really mean. It shouldn't be
Yeah.
as funny in my head as I remember it, because, yeah.
It's the Schadenfreude.
It shouldn't be Schadenfreude, but it was one of those crazy sixth form house parties that we all have the experience of, and
Yeah, we do.
but we had this guy. I won't name him just because if any of my friends from back home listen to this, then they'll just be like,
Ah, you're on this.
yeah."
You're on this. This is on the internet
But
now.
he used to throw these parties, and like as much as he was in our group of friends, nobody really liked him, and he always threw these parties, and at these parties everything just got trashed. And he had one time where we all went round, and essentially we drank everything. And when I mean everything, like all the crate that he bought was gone, everything else that people had bought we had drank. And then so me and my other friend were like, right, we need to find something to drink. So we went, all the rest of the house was cornered off. It was only the kitchen and the living room that we were allowed in. We went under the barriers that he had made and went in every room, including his little brother's bedroom, his parents' bedroom.
He wouldn't have stuck it.
study.
He wouldn't have stuck it in his brother's
We
bedroom.
found a bottle of whiskey in his little brother's bedroom.
That was his little brother's.
We found gin and stuff in the library.
The library. What is this? Cluedo?
No, this
Gin
is,
in
this
gin
is a
in the
very
library.
nice
Whiskey
house.
in the billiard
This is
room.
a very nice house, and so we found all this alcohol, so we took it back down, we were sharing it around, and then Ready Steady Cook happened, and that was essentially we cooked everything we found in his fridge, and
Neat.
the reason why he had this party was because his parents had left him alone for a week.
Absolutely.
So his
You got to
parents
do
bought
it.
him a week's worth of food.
Yeah.
There was chicken, there was bacon, onion, there was like all these vegetables and stuff. Me and my friend cooked all of it in an attempt to outcook each other.
With alcohol? You
Yeah.
liberally spraying that on?
I seem to remember I made a beer-battered chicken and bacon.
That's nice, that's nice.
Stew almost. There was gravy and stuff. It was ridiculous, but we cooked all this food that was supposed to last for a week.
Brilliant.
And we cooked it all in one night.
Brilliant.
What else happened? I started juggling with tomatoes at one point, and then my friend Kelly kicked me, so I started throwing the tomatoes at him.
Food fight!
Yeah, then we had a tomato war in the back garden.
There are no winners in a tomato war.
There are no winners, only losers in a tomato war. Other things that happened at that party, though, was a guy had sex with a girl in their parents' bed.
Bound to happen.
My other friend remembers opening the basement, the cellar door, and dropping very expensive wine glasses into the cellar. Someone had sex in a little brother's treehouse.
Oh, no one wants to do it in a tree house.
That's just wrong.
Yeah, someone had to get a tetanus shot.
Oh! What are they doing?
And someone
What are they doing? Barbed wire?
Someone poured a can of Coke over a stereo. And that's when we all left. And the next Monday, that was on a Friday night, and the Monday we got back, the mum of the person who had held this party had rang everyone and was like, what have you done to my house, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And all of us had just denied everything. We were like, no, it wasn't us. It was these people who just showed up. But I hadn't been rung. And the guy who had the party came up to me at school and was like, if I give you my mum's mobile number, can you ring and apologise for what you did? I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. I'm gonna, I never rang her. I've never returned to that house.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's so bad. Like, I genuinely feel really bad about what happened at that party.
Do you want to apologise now?
I will apologise for what happened at that party. But, dude, it was hilarious. It was so funny. I genuinely cannot begin to describe how funny it was.
Okay, that's a half apology. That's as close as you're going to get. Scott?
Okay, my one doesn't end up in complete chaos. I went to a house party with some of my friends, to a guy that I didn't really know, bass player of my old band. He knew him, went to college with him. And so we went to this party and we were drinking. And the story very simply is that I was very drunk and someone brought a cricket bat onto the dance floor, and I grabbed the cricket bat off of him. And I said to him, "You can't bring a cricket bat to a party." And I ran through the house to the front door, intent on hiding this cricket bat from this guy I didn't even know. And then as I was running, I was facing him, so I was looking back after me while I was running forward. I was just like, "You'll never get it again." And I turned around and I ran into an open car door and knocked myself out.
You're just in a silent slapstick film.
Yeah, it seemed that night I was. I just stared up at the stars.
Why can't you bring a cricket bat to a party?
Why can't you bring a cricket? Because that's just nuts.
That's not a cricket bat. This is a cricket bat.
It's not, no. They
I
get
don't-
gradually larger
I
cricket
just don't
bats.
know what was going through my head at the time. I wish I did.
I've got a
But it's
funny
just-
one. Oh, I should have said that.
Oh well,
Oh, damn
it's
it.
done. Oh, I didn't tell one of my lesbian stories. That was good.
Tell them off, Mike. We can all
Tell
enjoy
them off, Mike. Okay.
Okay, so ruining a guy's life and house.
Ready, steady, cook, though.
I like the ready steady cook aspect. That's funny. Did you just have a massive feast, just you two?
We got a load of paper as well, and we drew red tomatoes and green peppers on them, and everyone stood around us had to hold up whichever they thought was better.
Where was the guy again? Why was he not at the party?
He was trying to stop us.
He was trying to stop
but
us.
Other stuff was going on elsewhere.
Yeah, so he
If
was.
there was 6 of him, he could have stopped everything. But
Yeah,
there
absolutely.
were not 6 of him.
No, there was just one.
more important stuff than us playing Ready, Steady, Cook.
Yeah, I mean the people screwing in the treehouse and getting tetanus. Okay, so ruining a house, or you can't bring a cricket bat here. I think just for the absurdity of the cricket bat, I think Scott, you get the point for that.
Come on, Ready, Steady, Cook.
It's gone, man. Ready, steady, cook is a thing of the past. Okay, right, let's go outside for a breather. Metaphorically, of course. No one gets to leave until the end of the show. Okay, whilst we cool down before going back for another couple hours of dancing, let's share some weird thoughts. Give each of your oddest ponderings in turn, and then I'll open them up to debate to see if we can see sense in them. Whoever's ends up sounding the least rational wins the round. Who wants to go first with their odd thought?
As he made me go first for the last round.
You're
Scott
gonna
can
not.
go first.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
My old thought's on history, I believe,
Yeah, sure.
wasn't it?
Because we have to narrow you down because you have so many.
That's so many. So, Vikings, eh? They're weird. Why did they have the horns on the helmet?
I can answer that question.
Okay, yes.
The Vikings don't actually have horns on their helmet. It was a tradition when a Viking was buried that he was buried with his favourite drinking horn, as well as a couple of his possessions.
He has 2 horns? Or would he be a unicorn?
No, but when they started digging up the first Nordic remains, some of these horns had been placed near the head, and so it had been where the helmet was. And so it looked as if the horn was attached to the helmet.
So we wouldn't have actually found any attached. There are no attached.
Yeah, there are none attached. It's actually a complete falsehood.
Wow.
Okay, narrow down this thing, because history is too broad for me.
Kings.
Kings.
I mean, yeah, we've learnt a new fact, but disprove the thought. Okay, yeah, kings. Think of something to kings, or we can flip it over to Chris. What do you think of that?
Flip it over to
Chris,
I've
you're
already
with thought.
won this, haven't I?
Well, yeah, yeah.
Completely screwed that over for you.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't. I didn't have one. My life is too busy at the moment.
All right, fine. Okay, Chris, let's debate yours.
Okay, mine's medical.
Fair enough. No, I just had to give him the category of history because
Right.
he has so many that I.
Fair enough. As both of you know, I think, I am colourblind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Did you not?
No.
Oh, I thought you did. I usually tell people that.
It's very apparent when you try and cross the road.
Yeah, it's really apparent. But what if
You've been
I actually
hit 6
see colours
times.
right and you're colourblind?
Ooh, doesn't really matter, does it? It's not.
Or what if you're colourblind,
He's pointing to
I'm
Brendan.
colourblind, and Scott is colourblind? Because we all see colours differently anyway. How can you define colourblindness?
How can you define anything? I mean, how is my bottle of water? Is that really a bottle? I mean, we've just
I can
assigned
take
that.
the lid off and
Yeah, you could prove it, but that would disrupt the equipment. Yeah, my flatmate psychologist, when I had a flat, now I live here, she said, yeah, her lecturer has said nothing is real, nothing exists, you know, it's all we just
This is something
assign
that we discuss
labels.
This is something that we discuss in Metafiction Weekly. When an author starts writing a story, that creates a new universe. And so what if our universe was created when an author started a story?
God is a really good author.
Yeah.
His book is the good book, I've heard. That's the review I always
It's a
hear.
really good book.
Really good book, yeah. Scary ending. No
Yeah.
room for a sequel. Big mistake. It's in 2 parts, like all the great films nowadays. It's in 2 parts.
Most great films are in
Breaking
3
Dawn.
parts.
Kill Bill.
Harry Potter, the last one.
Yeah, the last Harry Potter.
Oh dear.
The last Twilight film.
Not a
Release-
great film. Not a great film. Exception that proves the rule. Isn't Matrix 2 and 3? Is that a to be continued?
I have no idea. I don't know what Scott's doing over there.
He's trying to get out. He's trying to get out. He's trying to get
claw
out.
his way from the door.
Ah,
Okay, so Vikings. Why do they have the helmet? Or
no, that's not mine. I'm making up another one.
right? Okay. So what if we're all colorblind? Well, I must tell you, your clothes don't match for a start. I mean,
This is the actual issue I have, is that I don't know what colours go together.
Yes.
And that's why I like living with girls, because if I'm wearing something, I have red jeans,
Mhm.
and if I wear the red jeans, I don't know what goes with that colour, so I have to go to my housemate and say, can you pick out a t-shirt that matches these jeans?
oh,
My sister-
didn't.
When I lived at home, my sister was the person who did that for me.
Oh, can't they just go into your wardrobe and just match
My-
outfits for you?
My sister used to deliberately tell me wrong colours to wear.
Yeah, you
So
got to
I'd
pick. You
look-
got to pick the
so I'd
wrong.
look
You got to pick
ridiculous.
the right person to pick that for
Yeah,
you.
but yeah, it's I honestly don't know what colours match together. I'm really bad with colours. That's why usually I dress in grey and black and blue, because
You
those
know
are
what
colours
those
I
are.
see. Yeah,
You know what those are.
I know what those are.
What I guess there would be no way to tell
Yeah.
whether we're
No one
colorblind.
will
So
ever
that
know. That's my weird thought.
okay. Ooh. Scott.
The thing I always think about kings and queens, you know, royalty.
Mhm.
Why don't they have like better technology than us all? You know, why don't they like more? Why don't they have?
Have
like,
you not seen the Queen in her hover pack?
No, I haven't. I was like,
It's pretty awesome.
why
It's how
does-
she starts all the Queen's speech. She lands
Oh,
off the
shit.
hoverboard,
ha,
takes off the
ha.
jetpack.
Yeah. But it's like seriously, like they've got that much money. What do they do with all their money? Like
Travel, spend it on a lot of travel.
she's
They
just-
gotta go around and meet people, man. They've got
No,
they got commute.
She must have so much money. She's got her face on money.
That
Like,
must be scary. That must be a scary thought.
if I was a king, I'd invest my money in some kind of crazy, like, I don't know, robot emu or something.
That's not being a king. That's being a supervillain.
That's not being a super villain. It's not an evil emu.
It's a robot emu.
That
What?
sounds
So
pretty
just because
evil.
if I was a king and I used all my money
Science
on
fiction
creating...
is against you in this, okay?
Science fiction is never against me!
Is the robot emu going to attack a robot Michael Parkinson?
Does the robot emu follow Isaac Asimov's 3 laws of robotics?
No.
Well, then it's going to attack you.
Yeah?
Plus, it's an emu. If you gave it an emu's personality, it's going to attack you.
But what if I'm riding it? Because I'm the king.
Because it will turn its head and go, and then it will headbutt
But, like,
you,
I've-
and it will really hurt because it's got a metal head because it's a robot.
Yeah, but, you know,
Yeah.
like, I think if I was the king, the emu would, like, obey me, you know? So...
But it's an
Emus, you know, they're like cats.
I
They
mean, he
they
might
are
like
their
you.
own masters.
He might like you for a little while, but one day you will
It
wrong
might
it.
like the robot emu would like me for a while.
You'd wrong it in some way.
How would
Yeah.
I wrong an emu?
I don't know. He
Miss
might-
one
a
of its
robot.
miss
He might
one of
have
its
dinner ready for you, He
feedings.
might have dinner ready for you.
You don't
one
say
night.
thank you.
Well, no, he might have dinner ready for you. You're out with a princess. You come home.
I'm out
Dinner
with a
is
princess.
ruined.
I'd be a king. I'd have a queen, wouldn't
dinner
I?
is ruined because
Dinner is ruined.
You've
you're
you've
late.
ruined the
I'm
emu's
late,
dinner.
You
so the
didn't ring
emu
the
has
emu.
ruined my dinner.
you didn't ring the emu.
No, you ruined it
So,
by not being
yeah,
there.
You ruined it by not being
You
there.
disappointed
And
the
so
emu.
the emu had this lovely dinner all planned for you. Meatloaf. He's got mashed potatoes. It's all cold by the time you get there. It's ruined. There's a single candle lit. It's now burned down to a wick. The emu is not amused. That's how you wrong the emu.
Yeah, so I'd be an evil king.
And the emu would then kill you.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, and then the emu
I'm
would
a
become
king.
king.
I just.
Look at the evil you've released upon the world, Scott.
Oh hail the robot emu!
All
Oh
We'll make
hail
us
the
build, like,
robot
giant monuments
emu!
to the robot emu.
Exactly, but that'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? Because the thing is about the royals,
bought this
you
upon
can't
us.
really take the mick properly out of them. And what do they do, really?
What do any of us do?
Yeah.
Really?
What do
Is any of this real?
We're adding.
Is
yes.
that red?
Shut
is
up.
that green? We're all
Everything here is
colorblind.
real. Yes, I just think, like, what do they do? Like, why don't they, like, invent something? Or...
Sorry,
I don't know, if you look
emus
back
or
at
kings?
Kings and queens over the years, like.
Okay, let's do that. Good one, Alfred. Huh.
There was Charles II essentially brought back Christmas after Oliver Cromwell banned it.
Gotta love Christmas.
He
Well,
wrote-
what has the Queen done recently? Apart from jumping from a helicopter with
brought
James
in a
Bond.
hell of a lot of revenue for Great Britain.
Yeah,
That's what she's done.
she could do more. People would have their picture taken with her. She could be like Mickey Mouse at Disneyland.
I
they
mean,
should just open up the palace and we can go
That's
around
the
to get a
reason
picture
why
with her
people
match.
come to Great Britain is because we have a monarchy. We're one of the only countries left with a monarchy, and it's a massive draw for people to come and visit us because we've got a king. And
I think we would be visited more if we had a robot emu.
I think
Everyone would go watch
Exactly.
that.
Emu king.
I think, you know, England would get a lot more tourism and
Right,
a
so
lot more money if we
we
had
are
a
gonna
robot
lead-
emu.
We're going to lead a rebellion. We're going to build this robot emu and lead a rebellion, overthrow the
Queen.
monarchy,
Yeah, the monarchy, yeah.
place this robot emu in charge. We'll become its trusted advisors.
Yeah.
We'll kill Brendan because I don't trust him.
Absolutely.
He's trapped us here in the
Yeah,
first
you
place.
can get
So
out if you kill
and
me.
You can be Secretary of Defence. I'll be Secretary of Finance. Robot emu in charge.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we'll crack on.
Okay. So,
Absolutely. That's not a weird idea. I think, yeah,
Shake
Scott
on it.
Scott has to get the point for this plan of how we rule the world. Okay.
Why does Scott get the point for that?
He came up with robot emus, man.
Yeah, but we discussed it. It's gotten...
Right, so you want the cut?
Mine just weirded everyone out.
It wasn't really a weird thought. It was just a really good point.
Fair enough.
It's just really good for. I mean, if you want, you can both get a point because you're now on the same team against me to kill. You're still ahead if he gets that point. Okay, so if you don't split the point, Scott has 3, Chris has 1. Last round. Okay. Wait, is that a fast burst of flames? That can only mean one thing. Either we've got to evacuate or it's the quick fire round. In this final game, I'll ask you a series of questions whose answers relate to our theme. You not only have to get them right, but get in first. To help you to that end, you both have verbal buzzers. As this edition is about parties, Scott, you shout, drink up. And Chris, you shout, get out. Question 1. What sort of shindig would a gardener host? Related to what type
Shut
of...
up. A garden party?
I was going to say that.
That would work. It was actually going to be a greenhouse party. But yeah, you get the point. You get the point for that.
Greenhouse party.
Number 2. What type of drink is on a rooster's back end?
Oh, shut up.
Get
a
out,
cocktail.
Yes. Yours is drink up, not shut up.
Oh, right.
But yes, you get the point. It's a cocktail. Number 3, what type of cocktail can you get at newsagents? So a magazine. It's not for us. It's for women. That's what I meant.
There's a lot of magazines for women.
It's a magazine.
It's the name of a cocktail or an alcoholic drink. Time Out. No.
GQ.
That's from.
I'm going to call time up. It was Cosmopolitan.
Oh, of course. I was thinking something short and
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Number 4, what type of alcoholic measure can you take with a camera?
Get out a single. No.
No.
A Polaroid.
No. You're in the right sort of area. Think of what do you take with
a picture. A picture.
another word for picture?
Picture.
No, another word for a
Still?
picture.
A photograph.
Yeah, keep going. Go on.
Photo.
To do with alcohol?
Image. I
No.
don't know.
No.
Alcohol.
You're so close.
Unit. I don't know anymore.
Photo unit, Polaroid, photo unit, Polaroid.
Open my wallet. It was a shot. Shots.
Oh,
You take
damn
shots with
it.
cameras.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. Number 5. What drinking game would injure the bride and groom at a wedding?
Get out.
Yes.
Open my wallet.
No.
I think I should get a point for that, just to
Yeah.
relate it back to the.
Shut up, spin the bottle.
No. Something to do with weddings. What do the bride and groom get?
Rings. Shut up, Ring of Fire.
Yes! Okay, at the end of all that, we have a winner, but first a chance to plug. Panellists, is there anything you want the internet to know about?
Yes, okay, so yes, I'm a touring songwriter at the moment. So check out my Facebook account, facebook.com/sfmusic, and from there you can get links to my music profile, my SoundCloud page. So check that out. I'm gigging soon. It's very kind of lively acoustic rock. I call it Acoustica. So yeah, check me out, Scott Freeman.
Chris?
As Brendan mentioned at the start of this show, in February I will be musically directing a
2012,
production-
2013, 2013.
2013.
2012 is
2013,
gone.
I'll be
It's 2013.
musically directing a production of Hair. And
Is musically directing different to music to directing?
Uh,
Do you just go in?
direct-
All right,
Yeah, it's
everybody,
usually-
let's
you
do
usually
a
have musical
take.
director and a
Let's
director.
do a
director,
take.
The director is basically in charge.
Yes.
Musical director is in charge of everything that happens musically. So
Ah,
all the
okay.
songs I have.
I like to think you direct
direction.
by singing.
I direct by singing. That's what I do.
It's like Glee.
But,
Okay.
Can
Okay.
I finish?
Yes.
Yeah, in February that will be happening. I don't know the exact dates, but be sure to look out for it because it'll be awesome. And also the Flashnificent 7, which all 3 of us are a part of.
Yes.
Just type
Storyblog
in the
team?
Flashnificent- Yeah, Storyblog team. If you just type the Flashnificent 7 into Google, you will find us.
Okay. The final scores. Chris, you had 1 point, but this week's winner is Scott with 6. Congratulations, Scott. You get to leave the booth.
Hooray!
As for Chris, you get to stay here whilst I go out to a party in a ball gown. Wow, the invite did say fancy dress. I think there's only one way to end the show. While I do the credits, can you both sing Open My Wallet? Just can we get that going?
Should we throw something between each
Yeah,
other?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, let's
Over
let's
Brendan.
establish that while I do the
Okay.
credits. Okay, so yeah.
Open my wallet.
Open my wallet.
Open my wallet.
Open my
Open
wallet.
my wallet.
Open my
Open
wallet.
my
Until
wallet.
next
Open my
time,
wallet.
I'd like to
Open
thank
my
Scott
wallet.
Freeman,
Open
Chris
my
Walsh, the
wallet.
MMC, all the guests
I
for
don't
the
know what to
series,
do.
and
Wonder
you for
Woman.
listening.
Wonder Woman.
I've been Brendan Way. I've been hit in the
Open my
face.
wallet.
This has
Open
been
my
the booth.
Open my
Goodbye.
wallet. Open my wallet.